Sugar. This white stuff is probably sweetening your Coca-Cola at this moment. We all know it, we love it, we probably eat it on a daily basis. It's in probably almost every major food we eat, processed or otherwise. So, has anyone actually seen its original form? This white stuff is just the refined version of it. But in Germany, you actually sell the original in stores. Although we call it candies. But what is candies exactly? Well, this is candies. These, well, cleaned off at least black rocks, are what sugar is made out of. And in the length of this next video, I'm gonna tell you about how it's made and the history of it, and how it became the driver of the industrial revolution of sugary drinks. Sugar is a mineral that can occur naturally in many places across the world. Sugar mines were always very lucrative endeavors, however the market was very niche, as honey was still the preferred sweetener of the lower classes. This all changed in the 1840s. The Industrial Revolution had kicked off across the Western world. The spike in demand of consumer goods could be felt across the world. Suddenly, with increased production efficiency and skyrocketing demand of global sugar, mines could sustain a huge industrial complex. Small-time mines expanded into massive operations, and whole mining towns sprung out of the ground around sugar deposits. In Germany's Ruhr Valley and Harz Mountains, 80% of all sugar mines were controlled by one family, the von Kandis estate. This granted them a near monopoly on the price of refined sugar in Central Europe for many, many years. So when Germany unified in 1871, the Kaiser granted them a state-sanctioned monopoly on all sugar production. The name Candies is just a shortened version of the von Kandis rock sugar. This monopoly stood until 1928, as the sugar mines dried up and the family finally went bankrupt during the stock market crash of '29 and the ensuing depression. After that, most of Germany's rock sugar had to be imported from Norway and Italy. The mines themselves were veritable death traps, as falling rocks could easily crush a person, and the sickly sweet fumes could over time sludge up the lungs and cause asphyxiation. In the USA, sugar miners were often exploited via debt slavery, and in Germany, forced penal labor brought in fresh sugar to feed the growing market. The damp, dark and sweetly tunnels were a daily hazard that hundreds of thousands of people suffered through each and every day. The sugar itself also was in many cases poisonous. To cut down on costs, the big companies that sold sugar would often not clean it, or reuse old water that was used to break up the rock sugar in rock sugar veins. Under these circumstances, many US workers fought for unionization. Look up the Battle of Clare Mountain if you're so inclined. In Germany, however, the oppressive imperial regime brutally stopped any of these attempts. By the 1970s, sugar mining had reached its peak, and the environmental movement had gained steam. In an effort to appeal to environmentalists, Big Sugar sponsored research to find alternatives to the mining process. So in the late 70s, cheaper to produce cane sugar plants, high fructose corn syrup and beet sugar were invented, which almost overnight set the whole sugar mining industry to bankruptcy. By 1989, almost all sugar mines across the globe were closed. Nowadays, there's only a very limited market that still serves rock sugar to this day.